Questioner. Is not the realization of one's absolute being, that is Brahman-jnana, something quite unattainable for a layman like me? Ramana. Brahman-jnana is not a knowledge to be acquired, so that acquiring it one may obtain happiness. It is one's ignorant outlook that one should give up. The self you seek to know is truly yourself. Your supposed ignorance causes you needless grief, like that of the 10 foolish men who grieved at the loss of the 10th man who was never lost.
The 10 foolish men in the parable forded a stream, and on reaching the other shore wanted to make sure that all of them had, in fact, safely crossed the stream. One of the 10 began to count, but while counting the others, left himself out. I see only 9. Sure enough, we have lost one. Who can it be? He said. Did you count correctly? Asked another, and did the counting himself. But he too counted only 9.
One after the other, each one of the 10 counted only 9, missing himself. We are only 9, they all agreed. But who is the missing one? They asked themselves. Every effort they made to discover the missing individual failed. Whoever he is that is drowned, said the most sentimental of the 10 fools, we have lost him. So saying, he burst into tears, and the others followed suit.
Seeing them weeping on the river bank, a sympathetic wayfarer inquired about the cause. They related what had happened and said that even after counting themselves several times, they could find no more than 9. On hearing the story, but seeing all the 10 before him, the wayfarer guessed what had happened. In order to make them know for themselves they were really 10, that all of them had survived the crossing, he told them, let each of you count for himself, but one after the other, serially, 1, 2, 3, and so on, while I shall give you each a blow, so that all of you may be sure of having been included in the count, and included only once.
The 10th missing man will then be found. Hearing this, they rejoiced at the prospect of finding their lost comrade, and accepted the method suggested by the wayfarer. While the kind wayfarer gave a blow to each of the 10 in turn, he that got the blow counted himself aloud. 10, said the last man as he got the last blow in his turn. Bewildered, they looked at one another. We are 10, they said with one voice, and thanked the wayfarer for having removed their grief.
That is the parable. From where was the 10th man brought in? Was he ever lost? By knowing that he had been there all the while, Did they learn anything new? The cause of their grief was not the real loss of anyone. It was their own ignorance, or rather, their mere supposition that one of them was lost.
Such is the case with you. Truly, there is no cause for you to be miserable and unhappy. You yourself impose limitations on your true nature of infinite being, and then weep that you are but a finite creature. Then you take up this or that spiritual practice to transcend the non-existent limitations. But if your spiritual practice itself assumes the existence of the limitations, how can it help you to transcend them?
Hence I say, know that you are really the infinite pure being, the Self. You are always that Self and nothing but that Self. Therefore, you can never be really ignorant of the Self. Your ignorance is merely an imaginary ignorance, like the ignorance of the 10 fools about the lost 10th man. It is this ignorance that caused them grief.
Know then that true knowledge does not create a new being for you. It only removes your ignorant ignorance. Bliss is not added to your nature. It is merely revealed as your true natural state, eternal and imperishable. The only way to be rid of your grief is to know and be the Self. How can this be unattainable?
Questioner. However often Bhagavan teaches us, we are not able to understand. Bhagavan. People say that they are not able to know the Self that is all-pervading. What can I do? Even the smallest child says, I exist, I do, this is mine. So everyone understands that the thing I is always existent. It is only when that I is there that there is the feeling that you are the body. He is Venkana, this is Ramana, and so on.
To know that the one that is always visible is one's own self, is it necessary to search with a candle? To say that we do not know the Atma Swarupa, the real nature of the Self, which is not different but which is in one's own self, is like saying, I do not know myself.